Ali Ault, founder of Level Up School, Score, School. I feel like I'm a school sometimes, but welcome to Tuesday's Top Tips. I'm going to speak on a subject that I think you guys are going to find super interesting because you don't have to change really much in your business to do this. You certainly don't have to do more work, and you know that's my thing, right? How can we generate more revenue, less work? I'm always talking about this, and I really think that this is going to be something you guys will be like, whoa, let's do this today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can bring up my PowerPoint slide so we can dive right into it. Again, thank you for being here at Tuesday Top Tips. I am so excited to see you guys every single week. And I love bringing this content to you. So hopefully it is of extreme value for you. So this is my fast pass model that I'm going to present to you today. How can you make more revenue in your business and not have to have more clients? Like we're always trying to find more clients, but what if there's a way that you can add 5K to 20K or more to your monthly revenue without adding more clients? What if there's a way? That's what I'm going to show you today. So stick with me. I'm not going to take a long time. I'm going to show you this. It's really pretty slick and quick and easy, and you can implement it today with very little work with your staff and yourself. So let me dive into it. So it's called the Credit Fast Pass model that I've created, how you can create 15, 50, 5,000, 20,000, 15 of monthly income without adding more clients. So let me ask you something real quickly. How many of you, and I know it's all of you, so I already know that, but how many of you have ever had a client that came to you and said something like, I need to buy a home right now. My loan officer needs this information right now. I'm trying to get qualified for business funding right now. I just got denied and I need to know how to fix it right now. Right? The sense of urgency. How many of you have clients that say those words right in the beginning, letting you know that there is urgency in what needs to happen? I'm going to venture to say we all have that. And we probably even have it on a daily basis, right? And so you might say something like, great, we're going to review your credit and we're going to get you an action plan. We'll get that back to you within 72 hours. And they're like, whoa, 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 wait, 72 hours? 3 days? For an urgent person who is relying on speed for your services, 3 days is like saying 3 months, right? It could actually cause their deal to fall apart if they're in a deal at that point in time. So because when someone's qualifying for financing, right, there is that sense of urgency. 3 days is going to feel like 3 months. Um, Now, here's what you miss. You miss the fact that they had a sense of urgency and speed. Are you putting something in your process, in your systems to help that person who has that urgency? Do you have something in your system today? If you don't, I'm going to show you how you can do that. It's really quick and easy because when someone is trying to qualify for financing, they want speed, but not every client values speed. We have two different types of clients that I'm going to go over, one that's patient, one that's not. You need to be servicing both of those. But if you only have one intake process and it's the same for everybody, which I get, you guys know I talk about simplification, simplify, 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 simplify. You can grow and scale your business faster with simplification. But if you only have this one intake process, then you're missing out on those urgent clients. So we'll talk about that. You automatically can lose some of those urgent clients if they think it's going to take 72 hours for them to get what they need. They value speed. We're going to talk a lot about that today. So today I'm going to show you something I call the credit fast pass model. And this is a simple structure for credit businesses to add to your intake process. But like I said earlier, it can easily generate you 5,000 to 20,000 per month in additional revenue. And by establishing this new intake process, it doesn't mean you have to have more clients, right? And so I'll show you what that actually looks like. The best part is you're not changing your service. You're not changing your service. Your service stays the same. That's a beauty of the fast pass structure. You're simply offering priority access to your expertise. Are your wheels turning? Your wheels turning? Hopefully they are. So why fast pass works in the credit industry? I told you earlier we have two types of people. We have the patient client This is the client who is like, you know what? They're price sensitive. They're fine with waiting. They're not under pressure. They're comfortable with the normal process. Maybe they don't have a big goal, or that big goal is not real urgent for them, right? And then you have the client number two, which I get a lot of. If you're working with loan officers, you will get a lot of these. And this is what I call the urgent client. These clients need answers today. They need help today. They're probably working with a lender. They may be under contract, or they found the house that they must have, or they're applying for funding for their business. Maybe that is essential funding that they have to have for their business to keep on moving forward. You have these two types of people that you need to be helping through the process together. Let me put my little screen here. So think about that for a second. Do you have these two types? I'm sure you do. Are you servicing these two types of people? They are different people. For the urgent person, the urgent client, time really matters to them. Speed matters to them. And time pressures change their decision making. When someone's trying to buy a home, they are making a six-figure decision. Paying a few $100s to get a strategy faster is an easy choice for them. Okay, so I want you to think about that. Now I'm going to bring you to what I call the airport analogy, because I think this is going to bring this whole idea home for you. We can agree that when you go to the airport, everyone goes through security, right? But some people choose TSA pre-check like me, and then there's clear now, right? Same destination, faster process. And that's exactly what the fast pass model is. You're not changing the service at all. You're changing their priority. They get the fast pass, right? They're at the front of the queue, like the TSA. Hopefully this is hitting home for you. Think about this in a lot of ways. If you go to Disney World, you can buy the fast pass. And a lot of people buy it. Why? Because it makes sense. You can spend this much on a ticket and stand in a line for 2.5 hours, or you can get the fast pass and stand in it for 30 minutes. Which one do you want? Right? So a lot of people, if they're going to spend their day and they're flying into Florida or California for Disneyland and they're there, they want to maximize the time that they're there. And quite frankly, after a couple of rides and standing in line for 2.5 hours or more, your legs hurt, your feet hurt, and you don't want to do it anymore. Right? And so that's how they are able to increase their revenue with the same person coming into their facility. So you have one person who's like, I'll be here for a week. I don't care how long it takes me to stand in line. I'm going to walk, ride a couple rides a day. And the other person, I'm going to be here for 2 days. I want to ride as many rides as I can. I don't come to Disney World all that often, right? Same analogy. So think about that as we're moving forward. Now I'm going to give you the Hormozy principle. One of the fastest ways to increase revenue in a service business is same service, faster delivery, higher price. Same service, faster delivery, higher price, because you do have those clients that value speed. So they're going to pay for speed because they value speed. A lot of people value speed. If I were working with you, I value speed. I want to get something done so that I can move the needle faster, right? So same service, faster delivery, higher prices. You're not adding work. And I think this is a really important feature that you should know. You're not adding more work to your plate. You're just changing the order of the work. When they pay for the fast pass, they move to the front of the line. They get what you are offering faster. Okay? You're not adding more work. You're just changing the order of the work. A compliance note for those of us in the credit industry, you are not promising faster results. Let me say that again. You are not promising faster results because you can't. You are offering priority analysis, priority strategy, priority planning, and that distinction will keep you ethical and compliant. So I just want to be very real right now on that because it's very important that you know that. We're not changing what we do. We're changing the priority order of it, but we're not offering faster results. We're saying, hey, we can get this stuff to you faster than our standard 3-day process. We can get it to you within 24 hours, or we can do same day, or whatever that might be. But we're not saying that the results are going to be faster. They probably will because they get the information they need faster, but we're not offering faster results. Okay. All right. Speed is valuable when someone is trying to buy a home. Waiting 3 days for credit strategy could cost someone their mortgage loan process. Let that sink in for a second. So if that is true, why aren't you capitalize on those urgent clients? Why is everybody going through the same process when they come to you? Think about that. Now, think about this for a second. Maybe you do have the same process for everybody, and maybe you're small enough today, within 24 hours, you're giving them everything that they're having the strategy session with you, they're getting the assets that you're giving them, they're giving the action plan, they get all that same day. Okay, let's assume that that's what they're getting that same day because you're small enough. As you grow and scale, you're not going to be able to deliver it that fast in most cases. So why not go ahead if you don't already have it, that 3-day waiting period, and then people who want to move that up can get that fast pass. If you're using Level Up Score, we've already embedded it that way. We do have the 3-day waiting period, but you can hit a button and send it to them immediately. It's done immediately, sitting there. So consider that we already have that built into Level Up Score, so you can take this on right now if you are using Level Up Score and use it for your benefit and helping those people that are your standard process. They're the patient clients versus the urgent clients. So where FastPass fits in your intake process. So this is really important. Here's what most credit businesses do to introduce pricing that I believe is the wrong way or the way that, well, let's just say I think there's a better way. But here's how it usually works. Step 1, you have a consultation. Step 2, you're explaining your program. They need your program. You're explaining what's going to happen, how they're going to get signed up. You're going to sell them on your service, and then the client signs up, and then you start the credit review and you do the onboarding process, right? That's your standard process. What if there was a better way? And this is my FastPass model that I want to present to you. So stay with me because we're going to add a step in here, but it's not more work, okay? And not only are we going to add a step, I'm actually going to show you the new intake process, which I think is the better intake process, but I'm also going to give you a script that you can use, okay? Fair? So stay with me. We're only, like I said before, this is going to be a fast live here. Easy things that you can take on right now and increase your revenue. So let's look at the better model. The Fast Pass intake process, 5 steps. Step number 1, client books consultation. Step number 2, same thing. You explain the process. You did that before. Same. Step 3, this is where we add something different. We offer the Fast Pass option. Step 4, client chooses priority or standard. Step 5, then the onboarding begins. So we look back at the last one. We had 3, consultation, explaining program, client signs up because they didn't have choices. They just got to sign up. And then we did the credit review. We're just adding this one step that allows them when they sign up to choose between priority and standard. One step. More money, lots more revenue. We're going to show you that in terms of what that actually looks like in money, because I like to show math and numbers so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So, key moment. The Fast Pass is introduced after the client understands the program, just like you do today before you sell them and they're signing up, right? You are going to introduce a Fast Pass before the onboarding gets. So they understand the program, but before the onboarding gets. Why? Because now they understand the value of the Fast Pass, and that's really important. So I promise you a script. Here's a sample consultation script that you could use. Now I want you to really pay attention to the wording because the wording is really important here. So here's how it would go. Okay, once you get started with us, the next step is your credit analysis and strategy plan. Our standard timeline is between about 72 hours. However, some of our clients, especially those working with lenders or preparing for financing, prefer to get their strategy faster. So we do offer a priority credit review option where we can move your file to the front of the queue. We do your complete and full analysis within 24 hours. That option is completely optional for you, but it's available for those who need answers sooner. So you're not selling aggressively, you're just offering more convenience, right? Now, this is especially great for when you already know, the client already told you in the beginning, I have to buy a home today, right? I'm in the loan process right now. I need help right now. I need answers right now. Those are great keywords because then you can come into the script and you can say, hey, once we get started, the next step is the credit analysis and strategy plan. Our standard timeline does take 72 hours. Now, I do recall you saying in the beginning that this is something you need right now. And so I wanted to let you know we do have a priority credit review option. Now, what this does is instead of it taking our standard about 72 hours processing, we actually put you in the front of the queue and you get that full analysis and everything that we're offering in the first 24 hours. Again, that option's optional for you, but it's available for clients who need answers sooner, right? So you're kind of setting the stage that they've already said that they wanted that, and now you're able to offer that. So that's where you're offering that. And now they can decide, do they want that priority or not? Okay. So we haven't really told them the price of the priority yet. We're just telling them it's an option, right? We're not selling speed aggressively. We're actually offering convenience. They've already likely said that they needed that convenience, right? So this is kind of an easy way to do it. Keyword though, I want you to look at a couple things that I put on here. Once you get started with us, right? Because they haven't signed up yet. The next step is your credit analysis and strategy plan. Our standard timeline is about 72 hours. Okay, so if you deliver it before 72 hours or after 72 hours, you've already given that out. You haven't held yourself into an actual time. You said about 72 hours. However, some of our clients, especially those working with lenders, are preparing for financing. So you can change this depending on who your avatar is, what your niche is. So especially those working on getting a home loan today, right? May prefer this strategy. Their strategies come to them faster, right? So just think about the wording, but this is kind of the overall idea of what that script would look like. Okay, so let me talk to you about 3 different fast pass models that I like to use, and maybe this will help you depending on what you offer in your business. The first one is going to be priority credit analysis. I'll go over that and what that looks like. Same day strategy sessions. So let me go back. Priority credit analysis is great for credit repair organizations, credit coaches, financial coaches. Same day strategy sessions can be good for that too, but I like to often see that in places where it's like you're a credit coach, maybe you're a business coach, coaches oftentimes use a strategy session. So they might be booking like a 1 hour strategy session with you, right? Mortgage readiness and funding rush plans. So this would be someone who maybe is coming to you. For me, I was a first-time homebuyer specialist, so you can have a mortgage readiness rush plan sent to you and with that fast pass model. So I'm going to show you 3 models. You can come up with a lot of different ones because this works in any kind of industry. I'm just specifically speaking to my credit professionals out there. So the first one I want to show you is what I call model number 1, the priority credit analysis. So we have 2 options for the clients. Like every time we have 2, the standard and the fast pass, right? So standard credit analysis plus your action plan is delivered in 72 hours. Fast pass option, credit analysis is delivered in 24 hours. So you might have an upgrade pricing for that fast pass. Maybe it's $149, maybe it's $99. Why would a person buy this? Because maybe they're trying to qualify for a mortgage. Maybe they're in the loan process right now and they need your help right now. They don't want to wait 72 hours. So they'll pay that extra price in order to get that information faster, right? Does that make sense? So that's one of the ways that you can do it. That's on my model 1. Our standard timeline takes about 72 hours, right? So this is kind of the script you would say. Our standard timeline takes about 72 hours. For clients who need answers sooner, we offer the priority credit review, where we can move your file to the front of the queue and complete your analysis in 24 hours. We just charge an extra fee for that priority pass of $199. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Model 2, same day strategy session. I love this one. So you have your standard. They can get a consultation or a strategy session with you within 3 to 7 days. So let's say I am a credit coach, or for me, I'm a business coach, and you want to do a business coaching hour session with me. You open it up for $399. You can do an hour strategy session with me. And once you pay, it opens up the calendar and you can schedule anywhere from 3 to 7 days after you pay. Okay. The fast pass, you actually get same day consultation. So they can pay an extra fee. So instead of $399, maybe I'm at $599 for a same day consultation, right? So just increase my revenue. Same process. I'm not doing anything different here. I'm just offering two different clients what they need, right? Standard patient client, urgent client. People under pressure will pay for access to your expertise. If they truly believe that you have the answer to their problems, they will pay for access to that sooner rather than later. People will pay for speed. We know that. We see it all day long. I told you the example of the airport analogy, right? I will pay for the TSA fast pass all day long, right? Because it saves me a lot of time. I get through those lines faster. I don't have to stand in lines. I hate that. And I just go through. And so, same thing. There's a lot of people like me who want urgent results, who want urgent information. I want the fast pass, and I'll pay for the fast pass. I'm not the only one. You probably are one of those people too. Entrepreneurs tend to be fast pass takers, right? But you have both. You're just offering another option. This is going to increase your revenue without you doing another. You're not adding something to your workload. You're just changing priorities of it. Model 3, this is mortgage ready, maybe funding rush plan. This is the highest value fast pass. This is for someone like, I was a first time homebuyer specialist. You can come to me. I put your full strategy together. I just did one for someone the other day. We put your full strategy. Here's how we optimize the credit for the mortgage. Here's the things we need to optimize for the credit experience. Here's the things we need to make sure we have on hand, like the whole package. And we work on this together. And so for that, there's a higher cost for those types of things. So priority access may also be a higher cost. So for example, in the mortgage readiness model, full credit review, score improvement strategies, utilization planning, lender readiness checklist. If you want the fast pass, it might be an extra $399 for that, or maybe it's $1,000 to get that today in 24 hours rather than getting that 3 days from now. Again, people will pay for speed. And we also have to understand if we're offering something for 24, we have to provide it in 24. And so your fee should be appropriate to your availability to do that, right? Because if it's going to take you away from something else and something else has to be pushed back. So anytime we put our time to one thing, something else is a no. So what's that cost for that no in order to give this person this value in 24 hours? So you have to think about it in terms of that as well. So that is our model 3. Again, like I said, I'm just giving you 3 different models, but the idea here is that every industry can and should have a fast pass option. People will buy speed. If you're able to offer that, then I would recommend it. So a revenue example that I always like to give numbers. So let's say you have 25 clients per month. If just 5 of those 25 were to buy your fast pass option, depending on how much you charge for that fast pass option, right? You could increase your monthly revenue by 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 plus per month in additional revenue without adding a new client, guys. I just said that. You're not changing your work. You're not adding to your work. All you're doing is changing the priority. Like so many very successful companies do, they have a fast pass. I'm telling you, you need one too. You will have clients, you have clients who want urgent results. And some of you are just giving it to them for the standard price. And I applaud you for that. Great job. But you now can take that another step and say, I can offer this. It means I have to say no to something else. That's a value. My time is a value. Here's what it costs to get that fast pass and get this in 24 hours. Okay. So final thought I'd like to give you guys today. Most credit businesses think about getting more clients, but often the fastest way to grow is restructuring your offers and making those offers better. And today you guys learned about the fast pass. It's not rocket science. It's not I didn't invent this new thing. It is something that a lot of very successful corporations use today. So why are you not using it? So maybe it's the first time you thought about and considered this. Maybe you've thought about it and you just haven't put it into place. I encourage you to try to put this in place. And I would love to hear from you. And those of you who do put it in place, maybe you can send me a DM, you can comment below on this live that you'll see, and just let me know, like, how does it work for you? How did that increase your revenue when you started this new Fast Pass? And let me know. It's really fun. I just had a call with one of my partners of Level Up Score the other day, and He and I were talking at one of the events that I was at, and he told me one of his struggles, and I said, "Here's what I think you could do," because most of you guys know that I have a master's degree in professional executive coaching. One of my favorite things to do is look at businesses and see how can we do it better, faster, easier, right? I'm all about that. I'm about that in my own businesses. But he came to me and he just said this thing, and I said, "Hey, why don't you try this?" I never followed up with him to see if he tried it. And I actually forgot that I had suggested it to him because it wasn't, it's just sometimes people talk to me and I'm just like, oh, here's what we should do. And long story short, I had a 45-minute call with him the other day, and he said, "Ali, that conversation that you had with me, I did what you said and it changed my life." And I said, "Really?" He goes, "No, it literally saved my life. I'm able to grow and scale my business to a higher level than I ever could have had we not had that conversation." And I stopped and I was like, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I'm super excited that that worked for you. And then my next thing that I asked him, because this is the most important part, when you change something in your business, how did your clients react? Were your clients happy about it? And he said, "Oh my goodness, I'm glad you asked that. My clients love it. Your clients are going to love this. You didn't offer it before, you're offering it now, and they're going to be very excited. Those people who will pay for speed are going to be excited about this." So these are the kind of things that I teach in the partner page of Success Boss partner page. If you're not in that, please jump in that. Please get in that. You'll ask to be included in the page. And then once we verify you as a partner of Level Up Score, we'll have you in that page. I teach a lot of things. Someone asked me the other day, "Hey, Ali, can you teach me how you did your signature in your email?" And so we posted that on how to do that. So very tangible things that we do for the success bosses. We want to see you grow and scale, do business the right way, change our industry, so that people see us as the light, not the dark. And, if you're not a success boss, you'll see this QR code here. Scan that QR code, get on my demo. I have a live demo tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I would love to see you there. And those of you who have been on my demo know this. Those of you who haven't don't know this yet. The demo is not me selling you on Level Up Score. Level Up Score will sell itself to you. It's going to help you make more money. It's a money engine, revenue engine. And not only that, but it also alleviates a lot of that work that you're working inside your business today so that you can grow and scale your business and not be sitting in your business doing all the work. And I actually teach you how to do it. I'll teach you my 40-second leadership model where I'm not going to tell you all of it. You're going to go to the demo, but you'll be surprised at what you can do and how you can grow your revenue in 40 seconds per month per client. And that's all I'm going to tell you because you have to be on the demo. But I'm really excited for you guys to try this out. Please let me know. I want to know if the content that I'm providing to you helps you be more successful. And that's why we call it Success Boss Partner Page, because we're helping you become more successful in your business. And we want you to, because people need you. People need you more than I think sometimes you know. But they need the right people. They need the people who really care, who are going to pour themselves out to help a person get to their goal. So again, I'm really excited to see all of you guys there at the demo that can come. So that's Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll leave you with this. Those of you who are going to Credit Repair Expo here coming up, I will be one of your speakers. And I have been asked to speak on how to grow and scale your business without dollar bills. How do you grow? How do you scale your business without having money in your pocket to do it? I'm going to teach you how to do that. And so if you're going to be at the Credit Repair Expo coming up, please let me know. If you want a $50 off coupon to get into that, please let me know. I have that. Really excited to meet all of those who can be there. And of course, I'll be at CreditCon as well. Looking forward to meeting more and more of you. But until then, make sure you're on the demo call. Meet me there on the demo call. I really want to see you there. I'll show you how I do the 40-second leadership model so that you can grow and scale your business. Less work. It's a key word. Less work, more revenue. I like it. Like it a lot. I live my life, and I'll tell you my story on the demo of just how much time I sacrificed in my life to pour out to people to help them become first-time home buyers. And it worked. It worked really well. but I also sacrifice my life. I don't want you to do that, but I do want you to get your clients to their goal, and I'm going to help you do that. So see me Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This QR code will get you registered for that demo, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being on Tuesday's Top Tips. And listen, it's either going to be today or tomorrow, I believe. I have a very important news broadcast that is really important. So if you are a credit professional, you're a loan officer, you're a real estate agent, make sure you're following the Level Up Score Facebook page. I'm going to be dropping something that's very important that you need to know. I should be doing that tomorrow, so look out for that tomorrow. Make sure you're following the page. Make sure you're getting notifications because this is really important information that I need you to know. I need you to help more people. And by you knowing this, you can help more people and it likely will also increase your revenue. So thank you guys. Have a beautiful day and I will see you on the next Tuesday Top Tip. Or